Greetings everybody and welcome back to Ingenarius Cuborum, my Let's Play of Minecraft featuring the Feed the Beast Ultimate Pack. Last episode I made myself a nice set of power armor and showed you more than a few of the modules that you can use with this power armor, sorry. In preparation for getting some sort of mechanism over here for it applied energistic system. Off camera, between last episode and this one, I went ahead and laid down a line of liquid ducts over here. I've also got some basic glass fiber cabling, and I've also crafted myself another MFE to place over here. I have not yet crafted the geothermal generators, and I think I'm going to hold myself to 4 this time round. Right, so remember I need a half stack of iron just to make the generators, of which I need to put 12 in a furnace, which I conveniently happen to have here. There we go. I admit, running a little short on iron at the moment. I'm hoping it doesn't become a huge issue this episode. Let's see here. Go ahead and grab myself half a stack of cobblestone. Make my way over here. Craft myself 4 furnaces. Turn them into iron furnaces. Alright, let me think. I have some cables over here. So go ahead and put them there. I need a quarter stack of tin. Like so. And 8 redstone. Alright. And there we go. There's my 4 batteries. So now I'm going to make my way back over to my powered furnace. Hopefully I've got my refined iron at this point. Almost. Just 2 shy. So I'll let that finish up real quick on camera. There we go. There's my refined iron. Alright. Refined iron in the middle. Iron furnace on the bottom. Not a copper cable. I want an RE battery on the top. That gets me that. So an empty cell is 4 tin for 4. I need 8. So there we go. Go ahead and craft myself my 10 empty cells. Grab myself 16 glass. 8 more iron. Yeah, something tells me before too much longer I'm probably going to be out of iron. Go ahead and put in the electric furnace. And while I wait for that to smelt, knowing that I'm going to need a bit of gold, I've got some gold ore in there, so I'm going to go ahead and smelt up my gold ore. But first I need to macerate it. Let's see. The electric furnace is going to need some time. But while I'm waiting for that, let me see. CME space. Should get me some of these blocks here. Alright. Why don't we start with the semi-controller? It's going to require 4 iron, 4 quartz crystals in this advanced processor assembly. I'm going to need a quartz cutting knife, which is 2 sticks, 2 quartz crystals, and an iron ingot. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and finish off my geothermal generators. Go ahead and throw my gold dust in here for the time being. Get my geothermals laid down, and then I think I'll go ahead and do some mining off camera. Simply because otherwise I'm not going to have enough resources to pull this build off. At any rate, geothermal generators. More nether-based power. And there we go. It's an 8 or 4 I should say. It's going to fill up this MFE. It's not going to fill it up quite as quickly as the one over there. That MFE over there has, well, you can't really see it because of the nether bricks in the way, but basically that's got 8 geothermal generators feeding it, whereas this one only has 4. But that's still going to get me about 80 EU per tick, which is a lot. It should be way more than enough for my needs. In the meantime, I need to take care of some mining off camera. I shall return. Alright, I'm back from my mining expedition. One other thing I did while I was smelting the iron is just sort of get this layout sorted out of here. Now, the logs in the middle here were part of my original plan for the sorting room. I will acknowledge that I've made an adjustment to that plan. Okay, quite an adjustment to that plan, and as a result, those logs are no longer correct. I'll be removing them as appropriate. Maybe on camera, maybe off camera. I actually don't know yet. But at any rate, I need to start by crafting myself this ME controller. So we'll start with the ME processor, which requires the advanced processor assembly. So let's make this quartz cutting knife. I need 2 sticks, an iron, and 2 quartz crystals. Quartz crystals are this chest here. My iron is in here, and I've got quite a bit of iron, thankfully. We'll go ahead and set that up in here. And then I've gone ahead and moved all of my wood-related stuff, my logs, my planks, and my saplings into this chest here for the time being, just so that it's a little bit more convenient. I suspect I'll have use for a lot of wood products in this construction project. Okay, there we go. There's our quartz cutting knife. And now we need a silicon, 2 redstone, and a diamond. I've got my silicon. There's my 2 redstone and my diamond. Redstone, diamond is the advanced processor assembly. Go ahead and put the quartz cutting knife up. And once I have the advanced processor, I'm going to need 4 quartz crystals and 4 iron. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set that up right now. Iron, quartz crystals, iron in the corners, quartz crystals on the sides. There's our advanced processor. Now I can put the iron dust back in there for the time being. Could I use a second electric furnace? Yes, but I'm not going to prioritize at the moment. But at any rate, there's our ME controller. And now if I lay down the ME controller here and... let me think, do I have any cable left? I do, thankfully. Alright. And I did a test in my test roll. The controller can use even high voltage, so medium voltage should be a non-issue. Yeah. And if I right-click on it, it says ME controller online, energy used 6 units per tick. According to the Applied Energistics wiki, 2 units is 1 EU, so it's effectively 3 EU per tick. Which, of course, is a lot less than the 80 EU per tick that my geothermal engines can generate. Alright. At any rate, that's the controller. Now I want to get an access terminal. But to make the access terminal, I need an ME cable. Oh, there's got to be something there. Let me think. Alright, so it looks like I need this quartz fiber, which is 3 quartz dust and 6 glass. Gives me 4 quartz fiber. So, let me think here. Yeah, let's see. That's going to take 30 gold, or not 30 gold, 30 quartz dust, which I think is in here, right? There we go. So go ahead and put the glass on the top and bottom, the quartz dust in the middle, 40 quartz fibers. Whether that will be enough is another question entirely. Let's see here. ME cable blue requires these ME cables. Ah, okay. So I can just put in the table with 2 redstone. Do I have enough redstone? Just. for this bunch. Yeah. Alright. So let's look at our access terminal again. Now we look at our conversion matrix. That's a basic processor. Okay. So that's this. And I'm going to need all but one of my remaining redstone. Silicon at the bottom. And gold in the middle this time gives me a basic processor assembly, which I now need to smelt. Why do I get the feeling I'm going to need to... Okay, I guess I left it in the project table. At any rate, go and put the iron up. Yeah, it's still in the project table. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of facepalming on that one. At any rate, go ahead and put the basic processor assembly in the furnace. And that's going to give me the ME basic processor. Now, let's see here. Let me think. So it's the conversion matrix. Okay. So it's 2 redstone on the sides, 2 quartz crystals, and 4 iron ingots. And it looks like I may need another mining run for redstone. But at any rate, there's my conversion matrix. So conversion matrix plus ME cable, 4 iron ingots, and 3 glass. And there we go. And now I've got my ME access terminal. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and set up my access terminal. Let me think here. I mean, here I think looks good. And then I can use the ME cables to hook it up to the controller. And as you can see, it now knows that it has 6 ME cables and this thing, the ME terminal. Now, right-clicking on this gives me this interface, which does absolutely nothing for me because, well, let's see if I can type it in. I mean, if I had anything in the network, I could search for it, but it doesn't have at the moment because this is literally all I've got on the network. If you'll excuse me, I need to go mining for some more redstone. I shall return. Alright, I am back from a mining trip. I've got a good amount of redstone. Alright. Well, I've got this set up right here, this ME terminal. Now I need to actually give it something to look at. Let me put that feast chart up first. Now, there are a couple of different ways I could do this. So I'm going to go ahead and empty these 4 out so that I can use them for other purposes. Just go ahead and put the extra cobblestone I had up in there, in that barrel for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and set up these walls 3 wide here, this corridor 3 wide here, so that I have an easier access. Gonna go, let's see here. And let me count this out real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, column 1, yeah. Alright. I think I know where my first log's gonna go. And I'm gonna take that log for the job. And I actually think I have another barrel I can use. Yeah, another empty barrel over there. I set down those empty barrels because I have enough cobblestone and dirt to fill up their own barrels. And I'll soon have enough sand, I think, to fill up that barrel. So, and actually I'm wondering if maybe instead of putting it this side, I should have put it the other side. I think I'll go ahead and move these over for the time being just to save on ME cables. Redstone is in a little bit of short supply at the moment. Alright? So I can go ahead and lay these cables like so. But I won't connect them to the barrels just yet. Alright? Instead, I'm going to go ahead and craft myself some of these ME storage buses. And I need 5 for the moment. So, go ahead and put the ME cables up in here. I need the ME interface, which is going to require more of these conversion matrices. Alright, so ME basic processors. So I need 10 redstone, 5 gold, 5 silicon. Alright, 10 redstone, 5 gold, and my silicon's already in there. So this needs to be smelted up. It's in my inventory, yes. I do love the features of this power armor. Makes it so much faster to move back and forth between my storage and processing areas. I mean, it's not a huge distance, but they're far enough away that I do require some assistance getting between the two. There we go. Go ahead and put those up. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check the rest of the components for that. Okay. So it looks like 10 redstone, 10 quartz crystals, and 20 iron. So 10 quartz crystals, 10 redstone, and 20 iron. Put the iron in the corners. By now, the basic processors should be done smelting. They are. So make my way back over to my storage area and put the process in the middle, and that gets me 5 of these conversion matrices. And now the ME interface requires, okay, so I need to put the conversion matrix in the middle, the ME cable on the left. Looks like 20 iron and 15 glass. So go ahead and grab the iron out of there. Iron in the corners. Grab my glass out of the barrel. There we go. And now that I have the ME interface, I just need an extra 15 iron to complete it. And there we go. There are my 5 ME storage buses. So I'm going to go ahead and shift-click 1 onto each of these barrels, and you'll notice that the wires on the back connect to each other and to the system as a whole. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put cobblestone in that barrel. Just 1 stack for the moment. And now if I go in here, there's my cobblestone. All of it. I forget I can't use the keyboard to get out of that. Alright, go ahead and put the cobblestone back up in there. Go ahead and put dirt in the next one. I'm going to go ahead and put sand in this 3rd barrel here. Let's see. What else would be good? I'd say marble and basalt cobblestone. There we go. And now if I right-click on the ME terminal, you can see all of that shows up. The basalt cobblestone, the dirt, the marble, and the sand. Now, I'm probably going to expand it further as far as laying down more barrels for the stuff I'm going to have a lot of and or need to have immediately available, particularly in an emergency. But there is one other thing I need to do, and that is to craft some of these extra dimensional storage barrel upgrades. Now, they require the big thing they require is this dark iron ingot, which requires some dark iron. Now, in order to make the dark iron, I have to use what's called a wrath igniter. In order to make that, I need a diamond block. This is not going to be cheap, suffice it to say. So I'll go ahead and put the diamonds in a compressor, 9 of them. I also want to look at what I've got as far as gunpowder. Only 2, so... or at least only 2 here. Unless I have some in my other chests. I might. I have killed some creepers. I would think I've killed more than that. Yeah, there's 11 more in there. Nothing in there. Aha! There it is. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now what do I have for obsidian? I have 4. That's great. That's excellent. That's exactly what I need. Alright. Go ahead and grab a stack of sand. Yeah. And I believe it's sand like so, gunpowder and an X. Yeah. There we go. Now, let me think. It's obsidian in the corners, TNT on the sides, and then, let's see, it's in the compressor, a diamond block. This is not cheap, and I'm honestly really glad I had the diamonds to spare for this. And that gets me a craft packet, and now I need this craft packet stamper, which thankfully isn't too bad. Let's see. 8 cobblestone. 1 redstone. I think it's 4 iron. So let's start off by making that. Let's see. 7 wooden planks, I believe. There we go. Alright, let me double check it. Yeah, so I need a crafting table. There we go. Piston, cobblestone in the corners. This in the center gives me a craft packet stamper. I'll just go ahead and set this here. What happened to my craft packet? It's still in the project table. Okay. There we go. Now I've got the diamond shards. In order to make the wrath igniter, I need a diamond shard and nether brick. Et voila. Wrath igniter. I'll just go ahead and put the rest of the diamond shards up for the moment. Now, let me think here. Yeah. 54 iron I can compress into 6 iron blocks. Not the macerator, the compressor. And there we go. And it occurs to me that there is one other thing that I could consider doing. For the time being. And this will be just a temporary solution. Let me see, do I have a spare... I probably even have a spare chest over here somewhere that I can just set up for this job. Oh yeah, easily. And I could probably, if I wanted to, turn it into an iron chest, but I'm not sure I want to. I think I've got other ideas in mind for this eventually. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go for ME... Yeah. ME import bus. Ooh, wow. Not the cheapest. Okay, so it's going to be another of these ME interfaces. Alright. So let me go ahead and get the ME input interface. Okay, quartz cutting stone, redstone, silicon, and a gold ingot. Go ahead and put the quartz cutting knife up for the time being. I am going to go ahead and smelt this. This is also going to be a good chance to check on my iron. Not quite yet. Alright. This is going to get done first. Alright. Now I make my way back over here. So now I need 2 quartz crystals, 4 iron, 2 redstone. So 2 redstone, 2 quartz crystals, 4 iron. Like so. Redstone left and right. Basic processor in the middle gives me the conversion matrix. Add a cable. 4 iron. And 3 glass from over here. Gives me the ME interface. Now I want 2 more iron and a sticky piston. So let's say 3 more iron. Redstone. Let's see, I need 3 wooden planks. So go ahead and put the last one up. Go ahead and put the sand up. Grab 4 cobblestone. Yeah, redstone on the bottom. Wooden planks on the sides gives me the piston. Now, with any luck, I've got an extra slime ball up here. I'm really hoping I have. Oh, yes, I do. Excellent. Excellent. I don't have to fly all the way to Midgelanum to get slime balls. Let's go ahead and slime ball on top of a piston is a sticky piston. Sticky piston, ME interface in the middle. Ingots to the sides of the ME interface and a cable on top. Gives me an ME import bus. So now I'm going to go ahead and set a chest down here. I'm going to set my import bus there. And now I'm going to show you what, well, before I actually show you how this works, I'm going to go ahead and set this to stack mode, move stacks of items. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and empty that out. And you'll notice that it's disappearing pretty quickly. What's happening to it? Well, it's all getting shoved into this barrel here. And I'll probably take care of making that relocation off camera. But in the meantime, I still need to extend the capacity of those 3 barrels. My blocks of iron are now done. Alright? I've got this area here that I've got set up for a future expansion. I'm going to go ahead and remove this block of iron. And I'm going to use the wrath igniter on this block of iron. And then I'm going to step back. Now, you can see those unusual flame effects. They don't look much like flames. But trust me, those are the flames from the wrath igniter. And you can actually see the blocks are getting darker, which is what I want. And then before too much longer, that will burn out and just start fires all over the place. Well, that's one way to stop a fire. And now I can safely harvest these blocks. Now I get the blocks of dark iron, which I can then turn into the dark iron ingots that I've been looking for. So, in order to actually make the extra dimensional storage upgrades, it is 4 dark iron in the corners. Usage, and the extra dimensional storage upgrade should show up. Yeah, under shaped crafting. There, not that one. That one right there. Yeah. So it's dark iron ingots in the corners, blaze rods on the sides, barrel in the center, leather on the bottom, ender pearls on top. Let's go ahead and put in the ender pearl. I need the barrels. In order to do that, I need to harvest these 3 barrels. Go ahead and put them in the center. And now I need to grab some leather and some blaze rods. If I didn't bring any blaze rods, if I don't have any blaze rods left up here, that's fine. I've got some in the nether. There we go. There's those 3. Alright. So a quick trip to the Nether. Not back to the overworld just yet. There we go. Grab 6 blaze rods out of there. Run back over here. And then put down the leather and the blaze rods. And now I've got my 3 extra dimensional storage upgrades. There we go. And you can actually see that there's a different barrel texture. It's a little bit darker. So I can tell which barrels have been upgraded with the extra dimensional upgrade. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is just grab what I can out of here. Alright. And go ahead and dump it into here for the time being. Yeah. Might as well go ahead and put the gunpowder, the wrath igniter, the axe, yeah, pretty much everything except the diamond drill in my miscellaneous stuff chest for the time being. Alright. There we go. As you can see, we've got now 35 stacks of cobblestone in that barrel. I don't think this set's going to take me up to my 59. I think I'm going to need to empty out this barrel a bit more. There we go. So got a little bit more room in the inventory. Now, a regular barrel, for the record, can hold 64 stacks of an item. With the extra dimensional storage upgrade, the capacity expands to 1,024 stacks. Which is great because I am not short on cobblestone. And probably never will be again. In fact, it's almost easier if instead of trying to load it up through the system, I just load it up like so, directly into the barrel. And now as I continue to empty out the barrel, while I'm at it, I think I could probably finish that up off camera. And you can see we've got about 12,000 cobblestone in the system. Yeah, that's a lot. And I've got the start of my automatic sorting system. And with that, this has been Ingenarius Cuborum. See you next time, everybody.